Hello, Blue here, and welcome to this week's PCL Weekly Update. Thanks for checking out the Console Pro News channel brought to you by Console Corner, and be sure to subscribe for more great Paladins and Smite console esports news and updates. As everyone in the competitive Paladins console community is aware, PCL Qualifiers Week 2 was this last weekend on February 9th and 10th for EU and A respectively. Many teams who didn't make it in Week 1, plus new contestants, signed up across both platforms and regions, but only the top two from each bracket solidified their spot, advancing on to the fourth week of qualification. PCL hopefuls still have 1 week to potentially enter the coveted fourth, so let's review the results. But before we do, let's clarify exactly how the PCL qualifiers work. PCL qualifiers take place over the course of 4 weeks. February 9th and February 10th was Week 2. The top 2 teams from Week 1 and Week 2 will advance to the fourth week, and the top 4 teams from Week 3 will also advance to the fourth week. These 8 qualifying teams will be separated into 2 groups of 4 where a single round robin will occur, so all teams play each other once. The top 2 teams from each group, totaling 4, advance to the Paladins Console League. For those worrisome few who feared they missed their opportunity, you still have ample chance to advance into Week 4. However, here's a list of who already awaits you when you get there. Starting off with my side of the Atlantic, we had Space Jam alongside Oculus qualify for PS4 NA. Space Jam literally jammed their way to the finals without giving up a single match until they lost once to Oculus in the finals. They took down the infamous LatAm squad of Streamix, moved on to beating MBK's Games and Good Times roster before meeting Oculus. Oculus ended up losing 1 map to Waves Esports early on in the tourney, but rebounded, beating them and then Elite Gamers in the semifinals. 2 powerhouses did not contend this week for the second time, them being OG Comedy's newest Baldy Bunch lineup, as well as Skeppy's heating up. 2 sharks lurking in the water for Week 3 of PS4 NA, as they are to have been taking a much needed break to refresh themselves outside of the game. Meanwhile, on Xbox, we witnessed the return of the once great Press Y in the form of a pickup team that eventually was beaten by Retaliation. Afterwards, we're in a bit of a situation with Strikes Again during semifinals. Strikes Again, the Mexican hit squad, were unaware it was a best of 5 after taking the Game 1 win and thought it was over after Retaliation went up 2-1, but wasn't reporting scores properly or on time. After appeals from both teams, Strikes Again was eventually disqualified and Retaliation advanced to the finals. On the opposite side of the bracket, Cats on Mars, led by former PCL players and Mr. Pickles and various others, were able to remain undefeated against Hellion and Flea Squad Gaming's Trauma Squad. Cats dropped 1 map to the Retaliation squad, but were still able to pull this week's victory out. Over in the PS4 EU side of things this week, we witnessed another unfortunate DQ take place. The team with the most... The bracket with the most teams to sign up during open bracket on average once again had a deep bracket for teams to fight through. Stush Gaming fought through 3 teams without taking a loss before reaching finals and having to be DQ'd for players not able to play due to time constraints, leaving Relentless, who they beat in the semifinals, take their spot in groups this week. Stush will be able to play in Week 4 and hopefully make it into groups during that time. FTF, led by VCon, was able to make finals and groups this week after failing to do so in Week 1, even beating Cyclone in quarterfinals, as they are yet to qualify for group stages as of now still. Xbox EU was a big story this week. First, French Agency and Team Viral made finals and went only 3 games. French Agency was able to beat the newly formed Team Viral, led by Sibs. Team Viral had a shaky way there, however. They faced Bust Down in the semifinals. Bust Down is a team of Xbox NA players who were playing on EU for the quote-unquote easy win, and ended up losing to Viral 3-1 after taking the first map. Will they try on EU again next week, or will we find them on NA, or even PS4 at this point? Most would say Week 3 will have little to no competition left, but we beg to differ. Baldy Bunch heating up, and others like Stremix and Games and Good Times still lurk in the PS4 NA division. Xbox NA could see a newer return of Press Y with a real lineup this time. Cyclone and Stush Gaming still trying to find a way in from PS4 EU, all while Bust Down flips a coin determining where they want to play this time. We over at Console Corner wish all competitors the best of luck.